Hey guys, so I'm back today with another Oh So Inspired collaboration, and this month I'm going to be doing it slightly differently just because this week in the UK it is Mental Health Awareness Week. It runs from the 13th of May to the 19th of May, and some of you may or may not know, but yeah, I suffer with anxiety, mental health, depression and things like that, and you know, it is still a stigma around it. I find it hard to talk about, and I feel like people do judge you sometimes. So what I wanted to do was something incorporating mental health. So the inspiration piece this month was a scrapbook page layout, and I think it was like, it might have been a pirate or Halloween or something like that, but it had like frames on the scrapbook and it was just really pretty scrapbook layout. So I thought I'd do like a layout but in my bullet journal, but make it all about mental health. I will link everyone's channels in the description box, but I will also link Mind, who is the UK organisation for mental health. You don't have to suffer in silence. That's all I'm going to say about it. I know people find it hard to talk about, and you know, yeah, like I said, it is hard to talk about sometimes. Sometimes some people are so open about it, but you feel like you're being judged because you can't physically see a mental illness. Unlike, you know, if you've got a broken leg or, you know, you're disabled or something in a wheelchair or something like that, people can see that. So they find it easier to get their heads around. But with mental health, they can't see that you're suffering. So they just presume it is something you can just get over. And yeah, I'm not going to rant on anymore. I'm just going to get on with it. So I've run out of, I use my, where's it to? Oh, it's falling apart. This is, I use this blender here for my inks normally, but I've run out of pads. So I've got this beauty blender. Don't know if it's going to work. I've opened my Tattered Rose Distress ink and I'm going to distress the whole 2 pages. I don't know if this is going to work or how good it's going to turn out. This is just a normal makeup blender. It's new, thankfully. It hasn't been used, but this is one of Courtney's that I took from her bedroom. So it's not as good as I'd like it to be, unfortunately. Right there, what if I snip it? Let's see if let's cut in a minute. Sorry guys, should have really done this before. Right, let's see if I cut it, will it work any better? No. It's not the best, but it'll have to do because I just want some colour on the pages. I don't want the pages to be blank. I love this colour. It's the first time I've only just opened this ink. I haven't used it yet, and I like the colour. Unfortunately, it's not as nice blended as I wanted it to be. That's fine though. Matches the colour of my bullet journal. It's a lovely colour. It's like a peachy, pale, pinky type colour. Anyway, that's all I'm going to do with that. So I've picked out an ephemera pack. I haven't used this. I've had this ephemera pack probably a year now, and this is the Pink Paisley Pick Me Up collection. So I've picked out some bits out of that I want to use. So and like I said, in the original inspiration piece, it had some frames in it. So I do want to use some of these frames from this pack here. So I'm going to glue the frames down. I'm going to use wet glue. just because it's quicker sometimes than double-sided sticky tape. I hope everyone's okay. Please make sure you go and check out everyone in the collaboration. Everyone is so different with what they do and super talented, which is what I love about this collaboration, because not everyone does the same thing. We all do different things, and I think that's what makes this collaboration so fun. I said wet glue was quicker, but mine always seems to be blocked whenever I want to do a video. Oh, come on, glue. I'm talking to it like it's going to answer me back. There we go. Got it working. Glue never wants to work for me. It's funny, we hoard stuff so much. Like I said, I've had this ephemera pack for so long, and I've just never used it because I hoard things. So I thought I'm gonna use it because it's got a few frames in it and it's pretty. So why not use it? I did have, I already prepped a page there, but the colour of the frames didn't go. So I'll do something else on them. I'm gonna put a bow by then, I think. Right, and then what I've done is I've got some quotes. So the first quote I'm going to write in, let's get a nice pen. What colour? I'm just going to write in black actually. So the first quote I'm going to put in, it's okay not to be okay. Because it is okay not to be okay. We always pretend, oh yeah, I'm fine, you know. The next one I'm gonna put in is, I'm hoping I'm on camera. It's hard to try to film and write. Having a mental illness. A mental illness, excuse my horrible handwriting, isn't easy. And it's even harder when people assume you can just get over it. I've had that said to me in the past. My kids were at a different school at the time, and someone who I presumed was my friend, she didn't know that I suffered from depression and whatever, and she was talking about it, and she was just so rude. She was like, oh, you know, people who suffer from mental illness is not really an illness, they just need to get over it. And I'm like, how can you say things like that? You don't know what people go through. So what I've done is, this here is actually from there, and I've taken the flower out, and I'm hoping it might work as a stencil. hoping that's how I want it to anyway. So I'm gonna use the black actually. My blender is falling apart, so I want to use black soot. It's a bit random and dark, but let's hope this works. I don't know if it will, but fingers crossed it does. Does that look like a flower? No, it just looks like a mess. Okay, at least I tried. I can cover it up with the flower, thankfully. I thought it wouldn't work, but I wanted to try because I thought it might work. Does that make sense? So cover that up, and then we've got another quote. Think about all that you are instead of what you are not. So think about all that you are instead of what you are not. It's just, I don't know. I'm gonna put, I've got words like extraordinary. You are beautiful. Oh no, I won't put that. Wonderful. Let's put that. I can't even pick them up. Oh my goodness. There we go. I'm going to cut it down because it don't fit. See if I can fit it in now. Yep. So I'm going to put wonderful there. There we go. And what else? I got a love heart here that I'm going to put there. I have got another quote, but I don't know if it's too big to fit in this little box that I have, unless I write really, really small. And the quote I have is, anxiety happens when you think you have to figure out everything all at once. Breathe, you're strong, you've got this, take it day by day. Which I think is a brilliant quote, but it's whether or not I can fit it. So, anxiety happens. Let's write it in super small, write in. When you think you have to figure out everything all at once. Breathe. You're strong. You've got this. Take it day by day. There we go. So that is my little bit for the month, my inspiration for the month. That's what I took from that scrapbook layout. And like I said, it is so strange, like what we all come up with. Not strange, but strange in a good way, that we all come up with something different. We get an inspiration piece and we see something completely different to what everyone else might see. So, and that's why I love this collab. And I am staying on for July till December, which is super exciting because this collab is just amazing. And I love that it takes you out of your comfort zone, because sometimes things will crop up and I'm like, oh, I can't do that, but I know I have to do something. So, and in this pick me up ephemera, there's a word called there's the word laughter. So I do want to try and incorporate that, but it's finding somewhere to put it. I'm going to put it at the bottom of this page here. Go, just put it at the bottom there, and that's my layout. Hope you like it. Like I said, I will link everyone's channel in the description box. I will also link the website to Mind, which is a UK based one. Don't suffer in silence. I'm not an expert or anything, but if you want to vent to a stranger, like, you know, if you want someone else to talk to about, you know, your problems and things like that, my email is in the About Me section, so don't feel like you have to suffer alone. So please check out all the talented ladies in this collaboration, and take care, guys. Bye.